Okay, well, what else has been happening? There was the Wembley Cup.
Yeah. That was on Sunday, right?
Yeah.
That was something. I was doing something when I was watching that. I think I was working on something while I was watching that. I can't remember what it was. I was editing something, I think.
So, were you watching it? Or?
I had it on and I was like, I can't watch it. I'm too busy. So I turned it off.
Well,
hold on. You know what other day when we were talking on this podcast about when you commented on Hollywood Live and you got no likes. Yeah, so this happened to me in the live chat. I was sat in the live chat just watching Wembley Cup and watching the live chat. And then Con pops up and Con put something like something about Lawrence. And so straight away, I just shut up, Con. And I was like, oh, wait to see this in the chat. And everyone was like, hi, Con. Yo, Con, what's up, Con? What's up, Con? And then I was like, no one mentioned me. And then I even spoke to Con. I was like, oh, do you see when I said shut up in the chat? He was like, no. So even he didn't see it. So I was like, God. I've been aired by like so many thousands of people.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, continue.
Okay, Wembley Cup. Now, this is... I don't want to get... I hate the fact that everyone... If you ever say anything negative about something you're not involved in, you're salty.
You call it, yeah, salty or a hater.
I got invited to play in it.
Oh, man.
Like, I obviously didn't...
Which team? Or do you know?
No, so it was the draft.
Oh, so you get...
So you already got picked. Don't know if I should say. I'm not contracted, so I'm going to.
Go in. Do you?
Well, no, it was me. I think it was me, Toby, Manny, and Chris.
Okay.
Were originally the four.
Because Chris played, right? And Manny played?
Yeah. And then Weller and Sian Garnier.
I saw Weller's story where he was like, he was very salty, right? Well, not salty. Rightly so, though.
See? You're saying salty, but he wasn't salty. He was
rightly so, though.
Justifiably
Yeah.
Yeah. Salty just implies like, he's just getting...
Okay,
he's annoyed
he was
about
pissed,
nothing.
Rightly so, right?
Yeah, so, just to clear up the Wembley Cup like whole thing, the way they changed it this year, they do it... Spencer's done it every year. This is his fourth year.
Wow.
The first year was Spencer FC versus Sidemen FC. I was captain of that.
Ooh.
Big up.
Wow.
There was no crowd in the stadium. It was just it was a live stream.
Oh, shit.
Then the second year was Spencer FC versus Weller Wanderers.
Mm-hmm.
That was when they introduced the crowd, had the live stream still. The next year was Spencer FC versus F2. No, it was hashtag versus F2.
Oh,
and the F2 team was a YouTube team.
And I bet you were salty that you weren't involved in that one.
I was invited again.
Oh, okay.
I've been invited every year. I'll explain.
Okay.
Then the fourth year, which was last Sunday, was 4 teams. They changed this up drastically.
Yeah, and what?
So they went...
Was it half an hour each?
Rebel FC, hashtag United, F2 FC, I think it is. I feel like it's F2 Freestylers, but that's just their channel. I think it's F2 FC and EXO.
Yeah,
EXO FC made a team
who
everyone thought were going to be awful and ended up being decent. Yeah. So the way it worked was they had a qualifying thing where they did a game against every single person. They got positioned based on their wins. Hashtag 1, Rebel last, F2 second or third, and EXO. Basically, on the day, it was going to be first v fourth. So hashtag versus Rebel, EXO versus F2, second v third. And then the winner of that plays in the final against the other winner. And they're all 30-minute games. So
yeah, it was weird, right? It's 30-minute games.
Yeah.
And it was man down.
So man down is if it gets to 30 minutes and it's a draw, every minute, it's golden goal after that. But every minute, you take a player off of each team.
And was that something that they invented, or is that like a rule?
I think they've invented it.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I think they invented it.
Yeah.
Now, I actually thought the man down rule was quite fun.
Yeah, I kept seeing people go off. It was kind of cool.
The issue was, as soon as someone got... Will N.E. got sin-binned.
Yeah, I saw that. You got yellow card. I saw that.
It was like, as soon as you get sin-binned and you're going a player down, so like... Will N.E. gets sin-binned, they go down to 10 men each. Will N.E. gets sin-binned, it's now 10v9. Then it goes down to 9v8, and it's just like, the 9 is going to win.
Yeah.
Because all you have to do is man mark, and you have one free man to run around with like plenty of space. The issue is, I don't know what Spencer's going to have thought. That 30-minute game thing did not work. It was very dull.
Yeah.
The first game, Rebel versus hashtag, 1-0. The next game, it went into golden goal, man down, 0-0, ended 1-0.
What was that game?
1-0.
Oh, man. So everything was 1-0?
Every game was 1-0.
Oh, wow. Other one was 0-0 because then in extra time.
Yeah.
What was I think the second game, I think that's what I saw.
versus F2.
Is that where Cafu was just like bossing it?
Yeah.
He was just like doing bits.
Yeah. And then that team lost, though. That was EXO.
Yeah.
But EXO was sick. F2 was sick. I mean, all the teams were sick, to be fair.
Yeah.
the other thing, my huge issue with this is basically, it's a YouTuber. Like, okay, well, I've got two big issues here.
All right.
And I know that there's just I'm trying to think how to word it without coming across like a dick.
Okay.
Jack May did a whole podcast, by the way. It's like an hour long.
On this.
And it's just about Jeremy Lynch. And someone tweeted...
Hey, we forgot to mention him in our YouTube rapper podcast.
Jeremy Lynch?
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Wow.
I like him. I like Jeremy Lynch.
I've never met him. I can't say anything about never met him, but
they were very, very insistent when they won. F2 won it.
Yeah.
They were very, very insistent that F2 are now the best team on YouTube.
Okay.
And I'm sat there thinking, I play for Under the Radar FC, Manny's team.
Yeah.
Not saying they're the best. I think they are amazing. I actually think they're better when I don't play.
Yeah.
Like, we get there on Sundays. If we're playing a good team, I'm like, bro, don't play. Like, I'm not better than your players.
You're going to warm the bench, you're saying?
Yeah. So, they are saying that they're the best team on YouTube. There's too many. It's like the best YouTube rapper. That's in our opinion, but they are trying to say, they actually say, factually, we are the best team on YouTube.
Oh, mad.
I'm like, if you say you are the best rapper on YouTube, you have to admit that's your opinion.
Yeah.
He is saying we are now factually the best team on YouTube. And I'm there like, you got SE Dons, you got Palmers, you got Under the Radar FC, you got loads, you got Kitcheners. I think it's Kitcheners. That's
Kitcheners.
Yeah.
What kitchen? As in like kitchen?
No.
Oh,
is it Kitcheners? Fuck. Anyway,
no, it's like the kitchen from your house.
No. But you got so many teams like that they are big teams as well.
Yeah.
Like Manny, for example, is pulling in more views than some of the other teams. So it's like, you can't ignore them either. You can't just say like, oh yeah, but he doesn't get views, like blah, blah, blah. So it's just like, you can't be saying that they're the best, factually.
No.
And I know SE Dons, I think it was, tweeted out like, oh, F2 have the trophy. We're the team on YouTube.
Oh, they were calling them out?
Yeah.
Ooh,
and there's no way that game's going to happen. There's no way I don't think F2 are going to accept that.
I'm not big on the whole YouTube football teams.
Yeah.
I watched the Wembley Cup. I watched obviously the Sidemen games, but I'm not like all these new clubs popping up. I'm not like the best.
Well, I think Palmers and SC Dons. I know Palmers. SC Dons might have been around for a long time.
It's like a big rivalry.
Palmers have been around for a long time.
Yeah, I know Palmers. I think I watched like hashtag play them once. And who's what? Is that where it always kicks off? There's always like fights and stuff. I always know like big things happen.
That's all of them. That's just Sunday League.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Under the Radar FC. This is the other thing. So they are. This is the other point I was going to say.
Okay.
That was one of the things, was you can't say that those teams are the best on
so
YouTube.
You're saying, in your opinion, Under the Radar are the best? Or you're just saying we deserve to be...
I'm not saying that, because Under the Radar haven't played any of these teams.
Okay.
I mean, Ethan's team played XO and beat them.
Oh, man.
And Ethan's team's a 6 side, but they played 11 side.
Oh, man.
So it's kind of like... And they beat them in normal time. I don't know. Like, they could have been involved in... that Wembley Cup and maybe have beaten F2, and F2 went on to win.
Maybe a better way of doing it would have been like a tournament first to set up like
that's what they
full
did.
Games. Oh, really?
They did the tournament off camera, on camera, but as an episode to decide who plays in the final day, second v third, first v fourth.
But they didn't know. Obviously, but they were always going to play anyway.
Yeah, it was to see who plays where, and then but the positions also told them which player they get in the draft in terms of whoever won. So hashtag gets first pick of the legends. Whoever comes bottom gets first pick of the YouTubers.
And we're the team that won it. Who won? F2 won, right?
F2 won the whole thing, but hashtag won the qualifiers. So then they chose first legend.
Okay, right.
And Rebel came last in the qualifiers, so they got first pick of the YouTubers, but last pick of the legends. But then on the day, F2 ended up playing Rebel in the final, because Rebel beat hashtag.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's what I mean. Any of those teams, F2 lost to XO in the qualifiers.
Yeah.
Like... Then they beat them on the actual day. You can't say like, you've played 2 games against each other. You can't say, and one of them was half an hour. You can't say we are better than them factually.
Yeah.
Because it's 1-1 in terms of games. If you're saying like, oh, Man United have beaten this team 100 million times, they are better than them.
Yeah.
That's like, you've proven it. But my big issue, big issue, is this is a YouTube football tournament.
Yeah. Like I was thinking in my head, this makes no sense because Say if we put on like a big YouTube rap or just YouTube music event, right? And it was like me and say JJ, I don't know, Sarah Close, Talia. Say we're there, we're ready to perform, right? And then they're like, actually, we don't need you anymore. We're just gonna watch Drake.
I don't know where you're going with this.
What I'm saying is like, I'm saying that people who are watching the Wembley Cup on YouTube are fans of all the YouTubers in it, right?
Yeah, but it's more like if you said Drake, everyone would still want to watch Drake.
I meant
what
Drake.
You mean is like
with Drake I messed up. With Drake I messed up. It's like it's also a lower quality celebrity. Because what I'm saying is like you're watching the Wembley Cup to see YouTubers play.
Yeah,
you're not watching just to watch Sunday League because you're going to watch Sunday League.
Yeah, you're not.
If I was going to watch football, I'd go and watch Man U.
Yeah,
well, sorry, not Man U, but I'd go and watch Premier League.
Yeah, like if you,
or I go to a league.
The issue with it is. Like last year, this is going to be peak because I like Spencer before everyone gets the wrong impression.
Yeah.
Last year, hashtag played F2. F2 had a team of YouTubers. Mm-hmm. Every single person in that stadium that I met, can't speak for everyone because there were people wearing hashtag, but everyone that I spoke to wanted F2's team to win.
Wow.
And that's Spencer's event.
Yeah.
And it's because he has his hashtag like series.
Yeah.
So they have their hashtag fans who were in the stadium. But the ones I spoke to were like, I just really like KSI. I really like F2.
Yeah.
I really like Joe Weller. I want them to win because of him.
Yeah.
This year, I was kind of like, okay, so hashtag have, I'm going to forget people here, I'm sorry. Charlie Morley, Theo Baker, Spencer. They had Chris MD on their team. Rebel have Reeve, Freezy, blah, blah, blah. Like, continue, like, yeah. Each team
Weller was
has,
playing for Rebel,
yeah.
Rebel, yeah.
Yeah. But he got drafted in.
Yeah, oh, okay.
They all had like 2 YouTubers, and then the rest was their normal team. And I'm kind of there like, so XO played their first game. Stephen, Willany, Lawrence, True Geordie, all started on the bench.
Oh, wow.
All on the bench.
That's mad. Because I was going to say, when I saw that, I saw them playing. But I guess they got brought on, right?
In the last like 5 minutes.
That's mad.
And then it went to extra time and then like slowly went off a man down.
Yeah.
And then Rebel, Weller played the last 45 seconds of the final.
Well, that's crazy for XO though, because XO,
I thought XO would have played them because
fair play they're starting a new football team, but XO, what it started as is just 4 guys, right?
That's what I thought they would have played because I thought they would have gone for the. But the thing is, I completely understand where they're coming from because I've said it the same as well in our chariot matches.
Yeah.
And the first Wembley Cup that I played in, we all go out there and go, this is just a bit of fun. Like, this is going to be so fun. This is the best day. Second you step out, competitive.
Yeah. It's a sport.
Yeah. And it's like, it's the whole thing of the second Sidemen charity match where it was 2-0.
Yeah.
Both teams were there like, Bateson, or like people like in the first match. It's kind of like, you don't want to bring on Bateson or whatever because you're like, no offense to him, he's not great.
Yeah.
So you're like, we have to play our best team.
Yeah, so you want to win.
And that's what happened in the Wembley Cup, is it became a thing of like, oh, we can't play, we can't play Joe Weller because we've got this guy up front who, to be fair, was sick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw him at all, but he was sick.
What's his name?
Can't remember, which is really bad because he was actually really, really sick. Like, Jesse? I think his name was Jesse.
Okay.
But yeah, he, because he's playing, they didn't bring Weller on. Yeah. And I'm there like, to me, I think, I heard a rule that they had to have 4 YouTubers with over 250k subs or something like that.
On or just?
But I think it's just in the squad.
Yeah. So that's why all XO were on the bench then.
To me, I think Spencer needed to do something of like, you've got to have like 4 or 5 YouTubers with 200k subs or 100k subs.
Yeah.
You just got to make it enough that someone can't just start a channel tomorrow just for the sake of the Wembley Cup. And their legend should play as long as the legend wants to.
Yeah.
Because that's what people are realistically there for.
Yeah, because like I said, you're not going to go watch, like if you're a fan, you're buying tickets because
you want to see
Joe Weller, you want to see Chris MD, you want to see all your favorite YouTubers, Freezy, blah, blah, blah. You want to see them play. And then, well, if you don't get that, you just go into a non-league game that you don't know anyone involved.
Yeah. Unless you're like a hardcore Rebel fan or you're like a hardcore hashtag fan.
Yeah, unless you're fans of those clubs, which I guess that's what they're trying to promote more, but then it's like, pick one, kind of like. Or combine it better. And
trying to sell out Wembley with a hardcore... Like,
you won't do it.
Yeah.
People don't go to non-league games enough anyway. So it's like trying to sell a regular non-league game tough enough.
So that's my whole issue is like, it was with our match too. The interest isn't there as much.
Yeah.
I think our second year we peaked at like 650,000 viewers live. The third year it was like 520. So it went down like 130k. Or it was rough numbers like that. This Wembley Cup, I think peaked, what I saw, could have gone higher, 124. Okay. And I'm just like, I know his series beforehand, a couple of years ago, every video was getting like 2 mil.
Yeah, I remember it used to be a big thing.
Like 10, 20 mil or something like that.
Wow.
The stream that turned into a VOD.
Yeah.
This one's on like 1 million.
Wow.
And I'm kind of there like, the interest isn't there anymore.
Yeah, I think when I was watching it was like 80k.
And I get that he's probably tried to switch it up with the 4 teams trying to do it. But imagine if you had that exact thing, but 4 teams of all YouTubers.
Yeah, that'd mad. That actually would be sick.
Yeah, and it was a full-on draft. Like it'd be a harsh thing to do, but you rate YouTubers' abilities at football, and you properly draft a team. Yeah. So you don't have a team that will walk it. Yeah, you have a team of very, very mixed abilities. So you are going to have people that are there to have a laugh.
Well, yeah, like I said, I don't really understand I don't really know too much about the football teams. I feel like they should do it where they do YouTube teams and you draft in the actual players.
Yeah, I mean, they have access to legends. Like,
and legends.
Because
that's what SEM plays as well, right?
Yeah, he was sick. Yeah. He was dope for Rebel.
Yeah.
He looked right in a Rebel shirt, which was weird.
Yeah,
I remember. I saw him and I was like, why does he not look out of place in a Rebel shirt?
He signed for them.
He might have done, to be fair. He looked like he enjoyed himself. But that's my whole issue. And it's nothing against Spencer. He tried to he innovated this whole thing. The Wembley Cup. It was before our charity match. Yeah. He innovated it. He's also, I think, it's one of the first, it was the first biggest football YouTubing team, I think.
Okay.
I think.
Well, yeah, I think so. I mean,
Palmer's might have been before it, but he
he made it big.
He made it bigger.
Because of the fact that he was a YouTuber and he brought his audience into it. Yeah, that's what Palmer's didn't really. I mean, they had that, but they didn't really have like a huge guy like.
Well, that's what I mean. So the whole thing of like, none of these teams are YouTube football teams to me. They are football teams that play on YouTube. Yeah, and I know that's very similar. Yeah, but it's the same as Under the Radar. Under the Radar is a Sunday League team that plays on YouTube. It has a couple of YouTubers, but it's a Sunday League team that plays on YouTube. Yeah. A YouTube team is a team full of YouTubers. Yeah. If you have a team of at least 7 or 8 YouTubers, I'd say, that's a YouTube team. And if someone did a series of that, that's when you're winning. Yeah. Voice crack, but whatever.
Well, no, but it's true, because then you've got 11 people, however many play. Yeah. 11 people, you have 11 audiences there that all will combine.
That's mad.
That's what will grow up. I
think EXO need to do that. Yeah. EXO could do that. Sidemen technically could, because we've got 7 members.
Yeah, or then just make, like, I don't know if they do this. I think Rebel might do this as well. Just if you do have new players who come in, big them up on YouTube. That's something they want to do.
Yeah, but then it's a case of like, I don't know. Then their YouTube isn't. It's like not a YouTube channel unless they go fully into YouTube.
Yeah, I guess you can't really do it part-time, can you?
Yeah, they're like a footballer that plays for Rebel that does YouTube. Yeah, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, you want to be known for YouTube that plays on this team. That's just my opinion of what a YouTube footballing team is.
Yeah.
Did you see any of the beef between Jeremy and Spencer?
No, I saw. Explain this to me. I saw something, right? But get onto that. But I saw a picture of Lawrence with someone pissed behind. Did you see that? There's a picture of Lawrence.
Yeah,
what is that all about?
I don't know. I've seen that.
That's a sick photo, though.
Everyone's captioned it with like the guy shouting certain stuff.
Yeah, because Lawrence was just like looking really cool, out of focus, and there's a guy like fuming at him.
Yeah,
I'm like, what's going on?
Where that's from. I don't know what happened with Spencer and Jeremy, but something's up because in the qualifiers, EXO played F2. EXO won 1-0.
Yes,
but apparently the referee blew the whistle 3 minutes early.
That's in the draft. When was that?
That's in the qualifiers.
Oh yeah, no, I think I remember seeing that.
So that's in the qualifiers.
Yeah,
he blows the whistle 3 minutes early, and they all go like, "Nah." Like the whole team kind of goes at the ref and goes, "No, you blew it early, blah blah blah." And then Spencer says, "FA rules say you can replay the second half if you want to." And then it cuts and it shows. I mean, Billy. They argue a lot. It just cuts to Billy saying like, "You lot all 1-0 up. There's like a minute or 2 left. You've got the win," kind of thing.
Yeah, it kind of has like,
but he kind of had to.
Yeah,
you can see like that. I mean, the footage ain't going to get cut out. I'm not saying that Billy wasn't sports, like he wasn't a sportsman.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like that was always gonna be the outcome. As soon as you start going at it, because the EXO team that they played against was always going to go at them and say like, we won the game.
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
redid it, blah, blah, blah. So it kind of had to be done, but that like fueled it, I think.
Yeah.
Then the match started. Hashtag lost to Rebel.
Okay.
Then they did an interview with all the players afterwards, and then went on to the players for the next match, did F2 and XO. Jeremy comes up, and they're like, oh, so hashtag are out. They've lost their own tournament, blah, blah, blah. Jeremy goes, that's what happens when you don't have a referee on Spencer's payroll.
Mad, he said that?
Yeah, drops the mic.
Well, he actually drops the mic?
Yeah, I think it was that one. He dropped the mic at some point. I think it was that one.
Which is one where
I was like, that is like, F2 to me have always been two of the most professional people I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
Like, they turn up, like, if they're doing a sponsored shoot, they'll turn up, get the shots, just kind of like do what they have to, done, gone home.
Yeah.
Then they're on to the next video. He dropped that, and I was like, raw, Jeremy, what's going on? Because I don't know who's in the right.
Yeah.
I don't know what behind the scenes is of this.
Well, yeah, because maybe they do pay the refs, or maybe like that. Maybe they say to the ref, do this, do that, do that.
Well, actually, before that, in the draft, they talk about Chris MD, I think.
Yeah.
And they say like, oh, we're going to go for this guy. And I think they just bigged him up. They went like, oh, he's got this many followers. We're going to go for this guy.
Okay.
Spencer straight away jumps in and goes, what was it? Spencer goes, oh, that's all they care about. They don't really care about the football. They just want the followers.
Mad.
And they're just kind of like, what the hell? And then like 5 minutes later, they go onto the legends, or that was for the legend. No, that was the YouTubers. They go onto the legends and they talk about, they get Cafu, or they're talking about Cafu, and they're like, did you see Cafu's rainbow flick? It went viral on Instagram. And Spencer jumps in again and goes, see, that's all they want. They just want numbers. They don't want the football player. They don't want the legend in form. They want the numbers.
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, what's going on? Like, why is Spencer's going at him now? And then Jeremy replies and goes, oh, should we just pull up Spencer's social blade?
What?
Yeah, he just says that.
What, on camera?
Yeah, it's in the draft. And I'm like, what is happening? Like these two, Spencer is another one that I'm like, he is one of the most professional people. If I'm going to choose like a couple of people from the UK to represent and present something, Spencer and F2 are up there.
Yeah, well, that's why, like, for example, like you can like all these like YouTube beefers, whatever. You can picture certain people like like JJ going at somebody. Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
but like these two, like Spencer is like professional, and also it's like so when if they're beefing, it's something serious.
Yeah,
something serious has gone down for them to be like fuming like this.
Both of them are so professional, and I'm like, this is so out of the blue. Like I would say this about like Freezy or you or something like that as a joke. Like, I just have a little dig.
Yeah,
I'd be like, oh, that's all he cares about.
Yeah.
This was like, okay, calm down. And then
it's like passive aggressive as well.
Yeah. Then that happened after the first match where he said about the payroll. Then they won against XO. And then I don't think he had a dig at that point. He might have done.
In that interview after that game, did you see where Manny was talking? No. Manny was in an interview with Hugh Wizzy. And at one point he said to him something like, do you think you can go all the way? And Manny went, of course not.
Oh, yeah.
and they were
goes,
like,
of course not. And he goes, no, of course.
I thought that was so funny.
So then after it as well, so the whole time, by the way, F2 have just been, I think they've just been signed by Monster Energy, the drinks. The whole time, Jeremy's holding a Monster thing like this, perfectly holding like an advertisement. And I'm there like, this fair enough, like you just probably signed a huge deal when you're sponsored by them. But I was like, I'm sure the Wembley Cup have a drink sponsor like Lucozade or something.
Probably, yeah. If that's not clear, then
this is a bit, there's a bit peak on Spencer. Like, if Spencer has got a drink deal, if there isn't one, then whatever, do you. But then after the final, that's when Jeremy comes over again and he just goes like, oh yeah, that we've proved we're the best team on YouTube. Like that is now we have 100% proof we are the best team on YouTube. And then he goes on and he's just like, what is it he said? He says something about Spencer. And he basically says that he's like, oh, you guys don't know the half of it. It all goes down in the WhatsApp group. I'm so happy that we've won because none of you know the behind the scenes. There's been so much drama. I'm so happy to finally have this because this just proved everything like that we were right the whole time or something like that.
Mad.
And it's like he basically goes on a little rant about it. And it's basically just saying that so much stuff has happened that he can't talk about. And I'm there thinking, this looks really bad on Spencer. But I don't know if Spencer's in the wrong. I don't know who's in the wrong. Yeah. But to me, you're both looking, for two people who pride themselves on being professional as well, you're both looking a little unprofessional. And until one of you comes out and says exactly what happens, people will think badly of both of you because you might go, so half the people will be like, oh, F2 said this, like Spencer's done something wrong.
Yeah.
Spencer's saying this, F2 have done something wrong. So until one of them comes out and says something.
Hey, you know, if we had guests more regularly on here, bring them on. we don't. So
I'm just saying, one of them needs to come out and say what happened. Otherwise, I think people will look badly on both of them. I think Jackmate has done this whole podcast on Jeremy Lynch because of those snide comments.
Yeah.
And who knows? I'm not saying Spencer is like wrong. Jeremy could be 100% in the right.
Yeah.
And you have no idea.
Nah.
Jeremy could be 100% in the wrong and Spencer's sitting there silently. Who knows?
Well, I don't know enough on this to speak, but I feel like the more vocal one has a reason to be vocal. If Spencer's not talking, it could because obviously they don't want to hurt issues with the brand.
That's what I mean.
So yeah, that's
There's
true.
So many factors that are changing like you can't know.
Yeah, because if it's hashtags, if it's Spencer's, Wembley Cup, it's his thing, right? So then like if you're F2, you can say stuff. You can say more stuff than Spencer could. So who knows? But
my thing is, I don't know if that's the last one. But if it isn't the last one, if there's another one, it has to have YouTubers in.
Yeah, you're not seeing improvement on that.
Weller tweeted it like hundreds of times.
I saw his Instagram. He was jokes.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, actually, I rated it. He was
the
like
one in the shop where he's like buying a bottle of Buxton or something. He's like, "Oh, wearing my kit, got to get some use out of it." Or something like that. I laughed.
Then it did like a story, and then at the end it just said, "What a joke!"
Yeah,
and I was like, "Oh, he's pissed." Fair play though.
But I mean, he got 45 seconds. Chris MD got 4 minutes.
Imagine if you're Weller though. Like, imagine if you're Joe, right? He's not like posting a lot of stuff right now, is he? On YouTube, yeah. So imagine you're like at home, they're like, "Oh, yo, Joe, come and be involved in this." He's like, "Oh, that's cool." And then you're just there in your kit, like, in your tracksuit, and he's like, "Well, all of them why am I here? Waste of time."
All of them got paid.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Weller got paid to do an interview, effectively.
So that's pretty much okay. So okay.
Like that's
so it's promo. Pretty much.
Mean, some people will be like, "Oh, he actually got paid to do less than the others," but he's gone there like he will want to play football. No one turns up to a football pitch in full gear and sits on the bench.
So it sounds like it's a non-league. It's a YouTube. Well, what is it then? It's a football tournament.
It's a non-league
promoted by YouTubers who don't play.
Some of them do, no, because the ones who like Freezy played, I think, the entire thing.
That's good.
I don't know how much Spencer played. I saw him on the bench for most of it.
Okay,
but they only played one game, so I turned on in the first just 5 minutes. Yeah, missed the first goal.
Oh man,
I know. I only saw 2 goals. So that's what people want from YouTubers. People want the goals because they want the funny moments.
3 goals,
celebrations
in 3 games.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess it was 90 minutes still, but
it was like 90. It was probably about 120 minutes in total, 110 because of extra time on every half plus the man down.
Yeah, and then wait, yeah, and
then you have all the wait in between
interviews. Yeah,
it's just a bit like I don't know. You've got to play the YouTubers. Freezy played the whole thing. To be fair to him. And I feel like rate that.
I feel like his approach with his Rebel is a lot different than. I feel like it's different than other YouTube teams that I've seen. He's a lot more involved.
Yeah,
he's really
F2 both played.
Yeah,
but that's kind of expected considering they're like. I don't know if you class them as semi-professional, professional footballers, but whatever they are, they're going to be good enough to be in the team regardless.
I remember they played in the first. Was it the first hashtag that they played in? They were just busting it.
Well, they played against,
or was it against
us.
You guys
in the very first Wembley Cup? They were against us, and it was just the most pointless game in the world.
Yeah, I remember
that. It was literally just like, okay, YouTubers v YouTubers, YouTubers v YouTubers. Oh,
that was with Daniel Cutting as well, right?
Yeah.
Was that the one where Ethan fell over?
Yeah. See, there's no moments like that.
Yeah.
You don't have the YouTubers like it. That's what I'm saying is you need YouTubers for the funny moments because everyone there is like, okay, I'm good at football.
Yeah.
We're here to win. Like
I'm only laughing because the memes out of that they're so funny.
Bro, the last time Bateson played in our charity match, his pants fell down. his shorts fell down.
That's jokes.
Like that is so funny and like.
Yeah, I mean,
like flicking over someone's head, and everyone was like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah.
Those are the moments you need.
And I like your goal with the halfway line.
Yeah,
JJ diving.
Yeah, that's the stuff you make. That's the stuff you need.
And I guess they want the hashtag. They want the Wembley Cup to be a bit more professional. Like, as in, like they don't want like people diving and stuff like that. But you can have that. But you can still have YouTubers in there having funny moments.
Yeah.
Or like for example, when I saw it. When I saw Lawrence, when I saw Lawrence had the ball and I saw True Geordie, I was like, "This is fun now. I'm enjoying this."
True Geordie.
They went off and I clicked off. Oh, literally, for me, I wasn't really watching it much, but I clicked off when they left the pitch. So I was like, "What's the point?"
That's my whole thing. It's like fair play to Spencer. He's created like a legacy kind of thing.
Yeah.
the events have been run incredibly well.
Yeah, very professional.
In terms of, I'm going to be honest, when I played, didn't enjoy the day.
Okay.
Not because of Spencer at all, because of the filming. I got injured. I injured my neck on the day in the match.
Too much sucking dick.
Yeah, that was what it was. So, I'm off the pitch, and that's what's been memed is Spencer's dad is the physio, and he was massaging my neck, and everyone was turns up to play a match, gets a massage kind of thing. But then I had to do an interview afterwards that ended up going before the match, and I'm literally drenched in sweat, covered in rain.
Yeah,
I look like a mess, and I can't move my neck. So they're talking to me, and I'm stationary. I can't move, and they want me to be active, and I'm I can't do this.
Does this exist on YouTube?
Yeah,
I'm gonna give that a watch.
But I'm there
Is it embarrassing for you?
Not really. It's more embarrassing for the company filming.
I won't watch it then. Okay.
The fact they didn't film it before, I'm just what?
Yeah.
That's basic. I don't know. Yeah. I didn't enjoy that day. I enjoyed the match, and it was an honour to play at Wembley.
Yeah.
And thank you, Spencer, for having me as a part of it. But that day, it was just that's why we didn't have freestylers in it, because they're too good.
Yeah.
As soon as you had F2 in that game, they ran around us. Yeah. It was literally, they get the ball near me, they just tap it past and run. If they're going to try 6 flip-flaps against me, I'd be come on, we'll have them, because that's entertaining.
Yeah.
If you're just a natural athlete and you just tap it and run, it's kind of boring.
Yeah.
So to me, if there's another Wembley Cup, it has to have YouTubers in a lot more.
Yeah. Because also I'm a big football fan, but I don't really follow these football teams much. So to get people to watch it, to get more people to watch it, you need the YouTubers there.
Yeah.
Because if you're not a core fan of these teams, if you're not a core fan of just football, if you're in general, then you want to see some fun. You want to see YouTubers, and that's what's going to grow the page as well. You want to know a fun little fact?
What?
I think it was last year I was meant to do a song for the Wembley Cup.
Okay.
But it never happened.
Yeah.
Spencer hit me up and he was like, "Can you write this?" And I started it and I sent it back. He's like, "Yeah, this is cool," and then it never got anywhere. The line was something it's Dan Brown or DB moves like a butterfly, stings like a V, something like that.
You ran B with B?
He sent me the lyrics.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, Deji, you might win the next round.
Mad.
Yeah, I think that's it. I'm sorry for the rant. I think the Wembley Cup is good.
Yeah.
I just think it needs. I think this year was a very bold move. I don't think it paid off.
Nah. Well, I know this is something that you were very invested in the whole build up. You kept watching videos.
Yeah, I watched pretty much all the qualifying matches, and I watched the draft.
Yeah, so I guess to get through all that and then to have the final not live up to what you thought it was going to be.
I enjoyed the qualifiers more than the day.
Okay, mad.
The actual matches.
Yeah,
because the qualifiers, everyone was there it's what you need with YouTubers. You want it competitive, which it was 100%.
Yeah,
the qualifiers, but it didn't mean everything. End of the day, you're still going to have to play one of the teams again. You're still going to get a higher pick of either a YouTuber or a legend, depending on if you're last, you're getting a higher pick of a YouTuber. That's that day. Those videos I thought was better than the day. The production of the day was amazing. It felt if not better than some football matches I've watched.
Yeah, it looked good. Yeah, I enjoyed the commentary. I enjoyed the was it Hugh Izzy and Akinfenwa? Yeah, that was fun.
Oh, you mean the Beast? He is the Beast, but you can still use his name.
I know. Yeah, because I didn't know who was actually on. When I heard them say now going back to Hugh Izzy and the Beast, I was like. And I turned back on my screen. I was like, Akinfenwa, cool. I'd have preferred him to just said that. But my favorite was still do you think you can go all the way? Of course not.
The way he said it was so much energy. And
he didn't know he said it either. It took him a while, and they were like, "What do you mean? Of course not." He's like, "Oh, did I say that? I meant, of course."
I think it's just gotta have YouTubers. It's something's just gotta change.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see next year.
Yeah, we'll see. See what happens.
That's the Wembley Cup.
Yeah, for me. I mean, it's a fast-paced, highly controversial / energetic podcast.
The thing is, people will only pick up on the negatives we say.
Of course,
everyone will be Simon just slated the Wembley Cup.
Yeah, we're always wrong.
He won't pick up on the fact that I do think it was run very well. I think Spencer's done an incredible thing over the 4 years. Blah blah blah. They'll just pick up on the fact that I've said it wasn't good this year.
Yeah, well, this podcast is called What's Good, and Wembley Cup wasn't. Oh.